today our conversation with GCI, and Jaya will take forward the conversation after almost 3 years now, Jaya.
Yeah, it's been 3 long years since the pandemic, since GCI had initiated the Smart Road
Yes.
project for CR Park, and today we are happy to have Mr. Ashok Bhattacharya, the one of the pioneer members of GCI, with us. So let's begin.
Yeah.
Welcome, Ashok to
Thank you.
today's talk show, and we are basically taking it from the point where we left. The pandemic happened in between, and so today we are here to pick up the threads and begin our the crusade, or you can say the project, the struggle that is attached with this large project. And we would like to hear it from Ashok himself as to how it is going to proceed from here on. So Ashok, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Jaya. Actually, you know that in 2019, we had started this project. The aim to make this street, municipal street, safe for pedestrian and also for the traffic, to regulated traffic, because there were lots of traffic, chaos on this particular road, and pedestrians were not finding easy to cross. So after this project was approved, due to pandemic, 2 years they couldn't do anything, and after that in 2020 they started doing some work. But unfortunately, there was a court case filed by some NGO regarding tree root cutting and all. So for that it was stalled.
It was quite delayed.
And it couldn't happen. Now we are again starting this project. In fact, we are pursuing with the PWD and traffic police and all to take it up further.
So Ashok, we want to know, there have been a lot of other incidents also on the roads of CR Park, and I think that is the prime reason where GCI had begun this project of Smart Street 3 years back. So what are the steps that is going to be taken by GCI immediately now in the near future, or in the current situation with the roads becoming very, very unsafe for the pedestrians especially?
So you can tell us about that incident that happened, that sorry incident that happened
Yes.
a few days back.
Right. So, as you all must be aware that there was a fatal accident of a girl, of a woman. She was a domestic
Very
help,
young woman. with
very
two
young
children.
woman. Yes, and she had three children.
children.
She left 3 children behind her with a husband, and they were totally dependent on her income. And it's a very, very sorry state of affairs. So, Ashok, where are we in terms of what are the steps that we are going to be taking to activate the project and bring it on to again to the implementation stage?
Before I talk about what are the steps we are taking, try to see this, that this particular woman who was killed, just 1 year back another old man, he was also killed almost on the same spot. Now it justifies that why did we start this particular project, because this is totally an unsafe road. So therefore now we have again taken it up with all the authorities, because we want to say, and we have already started with a campaign, say safe street, safe walk, because that is our campaign. We are taking it up with the community itself for their awareness that how bad the street condition is, the traffic condition is, and also we are taking up with the traffic police and PWD. Now the question is that because PWD has stopped that particular project due to the status quo order by the court, they have already taken up this road recarpeting. Now we believe that recarpeting will not solve the problem of the pedestrian safety at all. Rather,
Not at all.
there is a possibility that it will be more dangerous for the people to go to the street due to the high speed of traffic. Therefore, we had approached DCP traffic, and we have brought him also here for the inspection of the site. Then we are continuously discussing with PWD and the traffic police to find out ways and means that at this particular, with that constraint of status quo, to what extent the traffic situation can be regulated and so that the pedestrian safety is ensured.
That's wonderful. So this we are going to be going in a very organized manner. I think instead of doing makeshift progress and makeshift roads and making makeshift pedestrians and speed breakers, I think that's not the solution. What Ashokta is trying to imply is that we have to follow the project, we have to follow the plan, because that's
There
going
was
to
a
give
project
us.
plan, if I remember correctly. So Ashokta had given a project plan to PWD, right?
Yeah. So the thing is that when we had started with this idea that it is not that we complain about the things. We started with this idea that we will understand the problem and we will have a project, technically
Proper
worked
solution,
out project, considering both traffic and the road. So the project had an integrated approach with all the components as per the street design guidelines that were provided. So part of that project, what we are saying that as a phase 1, they can take it up, part traffic components and roads like zebra crossing, all the signals on the major 5 intersections, signals with timer, and pedestrian phase, small pedestrian phase, so that people can cross during that particular phase on all 5 intersections. And there are a number of smaller intersections. So what we are insisting there then is that to have a blinker signal on all that, and some kind of traffic calmer or the tabletop on major intersection and traffic calmer on the approaching roads, so that the people who are coming there from the smaller roads, they can also slow down, and for the vehicle which are
Going on the
speeding
main road.
up on that, so tabletop will give some kind of control along with traffic signal. Because main problem is 80% of the people who are passing through this particular colony, they are coming from outside.
Yeah.
And once they are coming from outside from a long distance, psychology is that they want to pass through the area as early, as fast as possible. Okay. So what we need is a systematic control of speed, because that is the only thing which can only make people safe for the crossing part. Regarding the moving along the street, pedestrians should have footpath, for which we had that project, proper footpath and every other thing like street lights and all, which they will take up only after the status quo order of the government is
Taking
vacated.
So initially we are aiming for speed breakers and traffic light controls.
Traffic light controls.
Okay.
And zebra crossing, all signage, marking,
Yeah.
and the traffic signals.
Yeah.
Because they will only able to control, and they will only have a control of the movement of the traffic. It is not only for pedestrian to cross, it is also for the traffic who are taking turn
Yeah.
from the minor street to major street. It's very difficult. You cannot
Very,
take turn.
very difficult.
You don't get the gap.
Yeah.
Nobody stops. So it is for both. So that's why I say that it is regulated traffic movement
Okay.
and also pedestrian safety. Both are interlinked. They are dependent on each other. So that is the approach.
So Ashokta, it's a very very interesting and very motivating plan and very encouraging for, I'm sure, for the entire colony. Are we looking at any time frame to get into the implementation stage, or to look at a possible completion of the whole project?
Now, Jaya, as you understand that this is a community approach. This is, as we said, that this is a bottom-up approach by the community initiated project and approved by the government. But since all these problems I say, now what we are trying to do is we are approaching at the bottom level, who are the people who will execute that. Also, we are trying to raise community voice through a community joint community petition, which we are sending to the MP and also the PWD minister, and stating very clearly that what are the issues which are involved, not only for the road, even the two markets, and how they are chaotic, unhygienic, unclean, apart from the road pedestrian safety on the roads and all. So these two are interlinked, and because they are interlinked and they are a PWD, NCD, traffic police, local police, and all are involved in that. So therefore, if our MP can always have some kind of say over the traffic police and police, and PWD and NCD can already be done, seen by or MLA. or the PWD minister, because that way we want to highlight every particular components which need to be provided, and we are proposing not only sending that petition, we'll try to meet them with our small brief presentation highlighting every issues and the solutions which we seek from them.
I think it's a very encouraging approach, Ashokda, and CR Park Speaks will continue to report regularly on the development that GCI is going to achieve with the authorities, with the civic authorities, with the departments separately, individually, and it's a very steep run up the hill. It's a very uphill task, but I'm sure that all of us, when we come together, when all the residents come together, as Ashokta mentioned, that we have one voice and one strength and one goal and one motto and one ambition to make CR Park a safe, clean and hygienic colony, I'm sure we'll achieve in our endeavor. So signing off for now, please keep watching this space for more information in the near future. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ashita.
Thank you.